Michigan State dominates North Dakota State 92-67 in a game where Michigan State controlled things for the most part. Obviously, MSU was down at the 16-minute timeout to start the game, but after that, Michigan State just truly took over, and it really starts out with a guy in Cam Ward that I thought was absolutely massive. I want to give flowers to Cam Ward because when he is good, when MSU performs its best, it truly seems like that's when Cam Ward has impact minutes. I thought Cam Ward was all over the floor in this one. I thought he was in the right place at the right time offensively. Had 13 points in this game, 6 for 6 from the field, couple rebounds in this one as well. I thought Cam Ward was great off the bench. He is the energy guy. That's exactly what he was in this game. He was just really, really, really good. I was really happy for him. He's really kind of the guy, in my opinion, that truly takes this team's ceiling even higher, right? If this is going to be the Cam Ward type of performance, type of game that you get throughout the tournament, obviously I'm not saying he has to be perfect. He has to score 13 points, but if he has this type of impact in 16 minutes, that is going to be absolutely massive for Michigan State going forward, especially against a Louisville team coming up on Saturday as well. But Cam Ward wasn't the only great one in this game. I want to mention Carson Cooper. Carson Cooper dominated in this performance. 20 points, 10 rebounds, double-double for Carson Cooper. Absolutely deserved. Just his ability to not only catch lobs and finish it, but just his ability to really like his growth of like dribbling, just his way of attacking the rim. I thought he attacked the rim multiple times. I thought that North Dakota State could do nothing against him whatsoever. And it really took until I think his 7th or 8th shot in this game for him to miss his first one. I believe he was 6 for 6, 14 points in the first half. Carson Cooper just had an immediate impact in this game. And not only that, but Jeremy Fears, man, he was great. He had 7 points, 11 assists in this one. He was everything a floor general would ever be. He was a guy finding every single open player from Michigan State. He was really running the offense. He was pushing the offense when it needed to get going. He was able to find open guys. Cohen Carr, couple alley-oops in this one. Carson Cooper, obviously, I mentioned. Jeremy Fears, while he didn't score a ton of points, he didn't need to. He didn't even shoot really that well in this game. Had a big 3, but outside of that, like 7 points, and you end up winning this game by 25, right? That just shows you just how good this Michigan State team can be. Now, obviously, do I think this North Dakota State team is great? I think they're a good team. I think they're a good team. They have a guy in Wheeler Thomas that we talked about in the preview with Matt Sheehan about how he was going to be a guy that could maybe get going, of how Jeremy Fears was going to probably guard him. He was really the only guy for North Dakota State in this one that really showed any impact. Anderson had a decent game. Carson had a great game. But 16 points for Wheeler Thomas, and this was a North Dakota State team that shoots a lot of threes. They shot 25% from 3, basically 24%, 6 for 25. That was really the only way that Matt Sheehan specifically mentioned, kind of what we talked about in the previews, that North Dakota State would get hot from 3 and make things interesting. And that is exactly the opposite of what happened. North Dakota State could not make threes for a lot of this game. I thought Michigan State defensively for a lot of this game really guarded the 3 well. That's obviously going to be really impactful, really important against Louisville as well. But Michigan State shot pretty well from 3, 10 for 20, 50%. Michigan State also dominated the boards as well, which is something that I think everyone expected. Out-rebounded North Dakota State by 12, so I'm not really surprised too much by that one. But Michigan State shot the ball really well, 59% from the field, 50% from 3. Cohen Carr had a really good game in this one. He was all over the floor, 17 points, 6 for 8, 1 for 2 from 3. If that's going to be what he continues to shoot from 3, I'm going to be completely fine with it. 4 rebounds. Jackson Kohler, I thought, had a good game as well. Hit a couple threes, 9 rebounds, 12 points, 4 for 9 from the field, 3 for 6 from 3. I think that is really the biggest go-to for Jackson in this NCAA tournament, is not only kind of being that senior, not only really having these types of games, but I really truly think after Jackson makes 2 threes, that's when things started to open up a little bit for Michigan State. And obviously, having Jordan Scott hit a couple threes was absolutely massive, 2 for 3. You also had a appearance early on in this game that was a little bit surprised by. Trey Fort came in early in the game, 7 points, 2 for 5 from the field, had an N1 three early on in this game to kind of settle things down for Michigan State. Really like seeing Trey Fort there. Do I think we'll see him a lot in Louisville? Probably not necessarily. 12 points, I think, is probably close to a season high for him, or at least in a while, right? Trey Ford hasn't played a ton of minutes. I also want to give my flowers to Denim Wojcik. I know in the preview we kind of poked fun a little bit towards his direction, just how it's like maybe he might play another point guard. But I do truly want to give him his flowers because Denim played really well overall for the most part. 8 minutes, 4 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. If this is what Denham does, then I'm fine with it. I think every Michigan State fan would be fine with it. He had a difficult layup that he got. He had a mid-range jumper that he had. That's what all Michigan State fans, I think, really want is if it's a game where things are comfortable, do not be afraid to take the shot because I don't think he's that bad of a shooter at all. Like, just take a shot. Be out there. Be a player that's going to show that, hey, you know what? It's not 4-on-5 when you're on the court. That's what it has been all season for the most part. But Denim Wojcik scoring 4 points in this one obviously is really good for Michigan State. Do I expect that to continue to happen? No, absolutely not, especially against Louisville. But just a great overall performance for Michigan State in this one. I really, really felt comfortable throughout this game watching Michigan State. It never truly felt like North Dakota State was even in this battle. It never felt like Michigan State was going to allow this to get close, allow this to get competitive, and that's exactly what you're looking for in a 3-4 team matchup. We've already seen upsets earlier today with Wisconsin going down to High Point. We've already seen Duke play really close against Jena. You want to have comfortable leads. You want to have comfortable games. And because of that, guess what? Some of these guys are going to play a little bit less minutes. And when you have a game on Saturday, you don't want to have to run these guys a long time. Jeremy Fierce, 32 minutes in this one. Carson Cooper, 30 minutes. Cohen Card, 28. Jackson Kohler, 26. Jordan Scott, 24 minutes. Like, that's not bad for MSU. And you might say, well, that's quite a bit. That's less than what they've been typically doing throughout the regular season, but what a win for Michigan State. Really, really happy with this. Obviously, defensively, a really, really nice bounce back game for Michigan State because they've given up over 80 points the last couple of games. 67 points in this one, held them under 70 points, and 92. I don't think you can be too upset when you score 92 points as an offense. Will MSU continue to do that going forward? Don't necessarily know. But obviously, you get the first win in the NCAA tournament, advance to the round of 32 where you play Louisville on Saturday, which I will preview that game and then obviously recap that game as well, depending on what happens. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in to the NCAA March Madness content. Really appreciate it. More content to come, but if this is something that you want to see more of, like, subscribe, comment as well, share it too, and looking forward to Michigan State Louisville coming up on Saturday.